G'day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. So in this video we're going to be going through the Super Agility versus Extreme Strength Super Battle Road. This is one of the original Battle Road stages, so it shouldn't be too hard nowadays, especially with the link level update and the new units that have come out. It's not too difficult a stage, but we'll take a look and we'll see how we go from there. So first thing you're going to want to note is that there's a couple free-to-play units in this team. The main ones being the Goku and Arale unit, the Hercule and Boo unit, the Piccolo unit, which is pretty good. I'll get to the rest when I go through the other turn. Sorry that this video didn't have the usual opening with the team and everything. You'll see them on the right hand side of the screen. It's because I only remembered to click record when I was already into the stage. I didn't really want to waste the attempt, so I thought I might as well go for it. So Goku and Arale is pretty good, especially as a second slot card because they raise their defense on Super. On their 12 key, they will seal the unit, so sometimes it's nice for them to get their additional because it will just seal up the unit. If they're not being attacked by anyone, or if you're fortunate to have taken out the unit, you might want to maybe purposefully hit their 12 keys so that you can obviously seal that unit. Then on this rotation we've got the SS4 Goku friend lead, because remember my rules for the traditional SBR is that we don't take summonable LRs. And then we have the Resurrected Angel Goku EZA card. And then we have the Boo Fit Boo shape up that's just got his awakening now. So these units will all hold their own. Goku may take some damage before Super, but he won't take that much afterwards. The Angel Goku is also super helpful because he can heal with the amount of orbs that he creates. He also creates a sustainable amount of orbs for the whole team, being agility, and obviously he's pretty good, hits decently well on his own and raises his defense after a Super. The main strategy is going to be to pair this Vegeta, the 120% agility lead, with the Goku one. They're going to share a lot of links. Also Vegeta is going to be able to be a little bit of a face tank with his high stats, his 120% attack and defense. And then the other rotation will probably be this Hercule and this Goku and Arale for now. So yeah, as you can see, we get the 12 key with Goku and Arale. They're going to seal up the enemy there, Master Shen. And then Vegeta should finish him off. But yeah. So this stage won't be too hard. It won't be that difficult at all. It's important when you're doing SBR like these to just make certain that you don't take too many luxuries. They are a little bit easier, but you want to make sure that you use items and make sure that your team stays up. You don't want to, waste any attempts or frustrate yourself for no reason. You can see here Goku's gonna. This Goku, by the way, once he ultra attacks, especially with Vegeta next to him, he's gonna essentially eliminate a character each turn, which is obviously very good. And he'll get his active skill by 4th turn as well, which is super helpful. As you can see there, Goku rocking in with a solid 3.8 mil. After this, his defense will also greatly raise, so yeah, he's not going to take that much damage at all. Then we'll have obviously Angel Goku attack, and then this should finish Frieza off, which is nice to start the fight. And he's even going to do some damage to Zarbon. So already we've removed the main threat. Remember always to take a look at which unit's attacking the most. That might be the one you want to get rid of the most to try and remove the damage that can occur to you. If not, you're going to want to focus then on units that are low, or maybe on units that have less health, like the Zarbon and the Dodoria. Usually in these team fights, if there's 3 of them, the first unit or the main unit, the main bad guy, will have a bit more health and do a bit more damage, and the secondary units will be a bit squishier. In fights where there's 2 people, there's usually one that's squishier, otherwise they're the same. And when there's fights where there's 5 people, there's usually one main unit, like one secondary unit, and the rest are all kind of squishy. So keep that always in mind. It usually goes left to right. I don't want to say it's always, but it generally always goes left to right in terms of difficulty. or they even. That's pretty much it. Like the Trunks and Vegeta fight, they even. But yeah, so what you want to do when you're building teams for SBR, because obviously watching these videos is one thing, and seeing the enemies and listening to my comments and that is one thing, but when you're building teams for SBR, you really want to focus on units that have abilities like raising defense, lowering attack and defense on enemies, especially lowering attack. Evasion is more helpful in an SBR than it is in a normal stage. Sealing, stunning, these are kind of abilities, that the utility abilities that you won't experience in a Dokkan event, or maybe Ultimate Challenge, or in the later stages of the long events, but that are super useful in SBR, because all units can be stunned, all units can be sealed, all units can have their attack and defense lowered. So it really starts to matter when you're building your team and looking for that. And obviously also you want to look for things in your links. Healing is also very good in the SBR, because you can heal per turn and really keep your health up, especially since you only have limited items, and it maybe lets you adjust your playstyle. Like the Majin Buu team can all heal, so maybe you want to switch out items and have more Nurse Chi-Chis and more Ghost Ushers, because that will allow you to control the battle more and set up your stuns. It's all dependent on what you want to go for. In this fight you really want to focus the Android 13. He's the main guy. Like I said, you focus on whoever the main guy is. We'll get the stun there with Buu. We get a bit lucky with Buu's stuns here. It's only at 30% I believe, but we get quite lucky. Do quite well with him. This Hercule's pretty good because he lowers the attack of the unit, and he also gains a high chance of evading after he gets hit. As you can see on this turn here, we're just kind of going to have Vegeta take up the slot. And Goku's going to again essentially eliminate someone. That ability of Goku to essentially eliminate someone, or later on you'll see S is for Vegeta to essentially eliminate someone, is their biggest attribute, at least in all of the SBR that they're currently available for. They just do so much damage, and their active skill and everything about them, they just basically are these huge offensive forces, especially Goku, since he starts with full attack buff, whereas Vegeta's a bit better defensively minded. But because Goku's got his defense buff on his 12 key and 18 key, he is a great second slot and third slot unit. So I do suggest using him as much as you can for all the content that you can, really. And then yeah, so now we're just left with the Android 15 and Android 13. Pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy here. Obviously you want to keep your Dokkan attack for the last round. In the category SBR it'll be round 3, but in this one it'll be round 4. So just remember to go for that and keep your Dokkan attack so that you can really kind of get the maximum out of that ability. You don't want to use it on one guy, or one guy and his nearly dead compatriot here. So we're going to have Hercule attack. Hercule's going to attack Android 14 or 15. Can't remember which one. He finished him there, which is fine. In reality, if he was able to rather attack Android 13 and lower his attack, that would have been probably better. Just because that would have assisted us in clearing everything and getting everything done. But I mean, it's okay. And then we'll have Goku here wrap things up by doing his super attack. I'll put Vegeta into the first slot, Goku into the second slot, obviously because I want to keep them as a rotation. And then from there, obviously I want to, make certain that they can attack and get the hits. Piccolo, when he transforms, does a bit of healing and everything, so he's nice to keep around. But we'll see Goku's attack now.
Times 10. Kamehame!
So yeah, it's a super powerful active ability. It's really up there in terms of the allies and really boosts their potential and their output. In terms of the whole SBR stage and just content in general, it's always super useful to just have these strong attacks that can just be fired whenever you need to finish off enemies. Yeah, so here we go, onto the final stage. This Buu and Hercule combo has been working fine. They don't link too great, but because we've got Goku Angel, because we've got Goku and Raleigh, we're generating a lot of agility orbs and rainbow orbs, and it's really just helping everything go. You'll see I haven't used an item yet. I will be using an item here, simply because I want to play it safe, get the win, and make certain that I can get things done. As you can see, there's really no need to hero a no item run for no reason. You're going to want to really make certain that you can do all this content and get it done and get those stones and get the rewards, because those are super valuable and super useful. So just make certain that you do that content and that you get it done. And I mean, basically you just want to kind of secure your stones. That's basically the moral of the story. There's been many a run where I've chanced it thinking, I don't need it, and really for no reason. I mean, you're saving maybe what, one King Yama, one Icarus, one Wiz, one, you're saving one support item to guarantee the victory. I'd rather go for it, because if you fail, you're going to end up having to redo the whole stage and use another 3 or 4 items anyway. So always secure the victory. You can then proceed with securing that, getting the tokens, getting the new cards and new LRs, and getting the grand cars and the other rewards that will help you farm other SBR or other content. Especially cars. A lot of people said to me, I don't have a lot of cars, or I want to awaken 3 or 4 more units. Well, you've got quite a few cars sitting in SBR. There's quite a few cars. You get about 2 per stage from round 1 to 30. So if you multiply that, I mean, you can take the other rewards as well, but I mean, if you multiply that, just those cars, that's 60. That's 6 units. Do stages 30 to 40, and then that's another 20. So that's another 2 units. That's 8 whole units you could completely fully car, or 4 LR cards you completely finish the essay of. But yeah, so that was a super agility run. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll check you in the next video. Good luck, cheers, and bye.